Remember Birds of Prey? Yeah, I don't blame you if you don't remember it. It kind of fizzled out of the box office really quickly. The best part about this movie was watching it compete with Sonic the Hedgehog, which was hilarious because you had two really good examples of one movie listening to the fans, and then you had Birds of Prey, which was insulting fans. So it was fun to watch the movie, which was Sonic, which embraced fans, do well, and then Birds of Prey kind of fell out of the box office, and they had to put it on demand early so it could actually make money. They changed the title, all kinds of stuff. And then it just kind of went away. Had a good run, though. Got a lot of good content out of that movie. And it looks like it's come back for at least one more video. So Rosie Perez is calling out the movie. She's a little upset, not too happy with the way she was treated in the film. So she's speaking out over a year later. Apparently, she didn't like some of the jokes at her expense. She believes the film is an ageist movie. Birds of Prey, Rosie Perez calls out the film's ageist jokes. Birds of Prey's Renee Montoya spoke out about the ageist jokes used in the film and says she's ready for the consequences. Okay, John Boyega, calm down. I don't think you're going to get quite the backlash he got. I always find this funny, though. So, here's what's going on here. It's been a while. Work's not really coming in, not really getting any phone calls. So what do? We come out and we call out a movie we were in. Maybe, just maybe, someone will take notice. Maybe the press will rise up, white knight, and make a big deal about the ageist jokes that are in Birds of Prey. She's got called a grandma. Oh, no. And maybe she'll get a bunch of headlines, and then some producer will call her up and want to look like a champion of social justice and give her a job. Something like that. That would be my guess. Join the activist route. You know, it's okay. It's a hustle. I get it. But here's what's going on. Well, star Rosie Perez said she'd be willing to appear in a sequel to Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. What a dumb title, by the way. The name they changed it to should have been what they kept it as, which was Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. They should have called it Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, but you know, what do I'm not a big type Hollywood guy, so I don't know how it works. She hopes they avoid using ageist jokes. Perez, who stars as Detective Renee Montoya in the DC Extended Universe film, spoke up about the ageist jokes in question during a recent interview with Uprocks. Hopefully there won't be any ageist type of jokes in it as well, the actor said. Having me called grandma, that was the only thing I was like, really, guys? Really? Well, your character, I mean, let's just break it down. And this is the good example of how you just can't have fun in a movie. You can't tell jokes. You can't be, I don't even consider that edgy at all. It's just a joke. The reason they called the character Grandma is because her character is probably in her late 40s, and the rest of them were all in their young 20s. I'd say Margot Robbie is probably in her early 30s. I don't know about the rest of them. They're probably all either late 20s or early 30s, but I think character-wise, I believe they're all in their mid-20s probably. It's tough to say. I'd have to look them all up. But your character is at least over a decade older than them. So it's just a joke that they're going to, kind of bust your balls a little bit and call you grandma. There's nothing vindictive about it. Okay? If anything, it's more like a form of how males bond, to be honest. So, it's really not that big of a deal, but we gotta find something to be offended about all the time. So she's gonna come out and say, okay, well, the film is ageist now. So it's just a really good example of eating their own for sure. And will she get? There's not gonna be a sequel to this film. The film was a disaster, a huge box office bomb. There won't be a sequel. Sorry. That's not going to happen. They talked about maybe doing Gotham City Sirens. I don't even know if you'll see that. These characters are probably gone unless they show up in somebody else's movie. But I just found this ridiculous and funny at the same time. So Perez went on to comment that those same types of jokes likely wouldn't be made towards star Helen Mirren. It is what it is, but you have to take the chance, be brave enough to call it out and be ready for the consequences. She continued, I have been and I will be. So she's sacrificing her career by calling out the grandma joke. Oh, lighten up. For real. It's like I said, the reason that they made that joke is because your character is over a decade older than the other characters, and it was like a ball-busting moment. Who cares? That's like the least. That's the least problem with that movie. The movie has so many problems, but hey, let's call it the grandma joke. What a brave hero, Rosie Perez. Brave hero. So anyway, that's it on that one. I wanted to touch on this too because I saw this was trending yesterday. Kate Bishop was trending. Kate Bishop. Twitter. Oh my God, this character I've never heard of or supported is trending. Everyone on Twitter was going crazy because, well, some Hawkeye set stuff leaked. Jeremy Renner was, of course, back. If you didn't know, Kate Bishop is what I like to call fake Hawkeye. It's in the comics. It's another character where you have two of the same name running around. So her and Clint Barton are Hawkeye. They both go by Hawkeye. And her character is really lame. It's when they did all those replacement characters at Marvel and shoehorned all of them in and quickly got rid of all the old characters. She kind of came in. They turned Clint Barton more into like a sidekick joke. It was really stupid. The comics never sold. No one gave a damn about him. No one cares about this stupid character. But hey, it's a Lady Hawkeye, so of course Twitter loves it. I thought it was a really good example of why Twitter likes don't equal dollars, because if all of these people actually gave a damn about the character in the first place, the books would have sold very well. But that never happened. They had to reboot her book several times, put her on an Avengers West Coast team, and she never quite stuck. No one cares about Kate Bishop. She's boring. She's nowhere near as interesting as Clint Barton. And I really wonder if this show will be able to make her popular. If anybody's going to make any of these characters popular, it'll be the MCU, where they can really shine, if that even happens. I'm really curious to see how Ms. Marvel does and this Hawkeye show. Because I don't think people are going to, well, maybe they will. I guess it all depends on how charismatic these actresses are and how well written the stories are. They better not take anybody from the comic book area to write it, or it'll crash and burn. So we'll see what happens, but I don't have very high expectations for either show. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, and share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. And as always, I will see you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.